Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Today I decided to actually wear something that is the right size, isn't 2 or 3 sizes too large for me, in celebration that I have hit a new weight milestone that I've been waiting for in a category now that's less unhealthy, less dangerous um, than I was. And I kind of hit it, but I was like, well, how is it going to work out? And today I am down a half a pound from my lowest last week. And so, yay, I'm happy about that. And so, yeah, I thought I would wear something fancy. I actually have a few fancy pieces of clothing in my life. Um, so, today, I would like to talk to you about food choices and weight loss. Now, I'm a person who, well, I'm not talking about the ridiculous food choices. If I had my druthers, I would eat homemade bread with butter and jam and layer cake, and yeah, that's the kind of, and maybe some pretzels, and that would be, I would love to eat that way, except of course I would get sick, and metabolically that wouldn't be most ideal. Nutrients are not, some of them are there, some of them aren't. But I'm talking about what's best for my weight loss. There are foods that you hate. Don't eat the foods you don't like, hate. Ones that you'd rather not eat. Okay. Then one's like, well, I like this sometimes. I like that sometimes. Yeah. Well, I'm a flexitarian. At least I would like to be a flexitarian. My inside says, yeah, I like meat maybe 1 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I can go a couple weeks without it. But I have found in weight loss, sometimes I'm fine with not having it very much, and sometimes I'm better off when I'm in more ravenous mode, or I'm trying to switch things up a little, having it a little more often. And I'm kind of picky about what kind of meats I like. I've come to the point where I'm not very fond of pork anymore, so it's mainly chicken or beef that I'll eat. And I don't like processed foods. Processed meats. I very rarely eat them, whether it's bacon or sausage or lunch meat or whatever like that. I Once in a while I get in the mood for something, but usually not. Um, and so I have I do like some fish. Um, Usually it's a matter of what I can find around here, which isn't always the best. So I usually get the frozen and gently thawed out. So salmon works well. Sometimes I like shrimp. I like shrimp, but the metallic taste in my mouth, if I've had a migraine enough days in a row, I'm simply not going to like the taste of it. So I eat it on occasion. But sometimes it just sets my teeth on edge, and then I don't want it for quite a while. So I'm kind of limited in what I like in that realm. Um, I try to be adventurous, but I'm don't seem to be doing very well with that. But anyway, my point is, I don't eat things I don't like. I just eat some things that I may not eat quite as much if I had my druthers, and that has helped me to lose weight better. And along with a lot of other strategies, of course, whole foods, because that's yeah, sure, ultra processed foods can be yummy, but in a way they can be kind of gross when you think about it. They're stripped of some of the proteins and micronutrients often. It depends on which ultra processed food you're talking about, but a lot of them are that way. Um, so I find the whole foods that I really, really enjoy, and I'm not a super picky eater anyway. But so think about that as something of, maybe some of the things that aren't my most loved, but I still like to eat them, but not as often. Maybe, you know, maybe think about what's best for your weight loss. That's about it. Have a good day.